Hi and welcome everyone. My name is Dominik and this is my podcast. Hugs, handshakes, Habibi. In this podcast I will speak about my life in the Middle East. I will tell you some fun stories I experienced here, and also I want to give you some hints what you need to see if you visit this amazing region. I hope that you enjoy listening as much as I enjoyed the recording, and yalla, let's start! Hi and welcome everyone, this is Hugs, Handshakes, Habibi. I'm Dominik, I'm your host, and today's episode is titled Luxury versus Budget, How to Live in Dubai Without Going Broke. And in that episode, I want to cover a question that reached me now a couple of times, and I can narrow it down to Dubai is known for its luxury, but how can you live there without breaking the bank account? And in this episode, I will break down the cost of living a bit. So the cost for housing, there is an extra episode only on that, but I want to touch it here as well. The cost for food, for transportation, for entertainment, and there are a lot of options, and I want to point that a bit out. There are options for every wallet in the city, and I think that makes the city pretty unique. So there are people here living on a budget of 800 to 900 euros, and there are people here living on a budget so big I don't even know how to call this number. And all live here and all can do something. And let's start maybe taking a look on housing and rent. So yeah, for sure, there are high-end apartments and mansions in Marina, at Palm Jumeirah, at Blue Water. They are high-end luxury. They have smart home controls. They have marble floors and whatever. They are in a pretty nice area. But there are also affordable areas here, like JVC, like Silicon Oasis. And the housing there is not bad. They have also quite nice amenities. They have pools, they have parks, they have shopping around, but they are in areas with not that high demand, and therefore they are pretty affordable. So I'm currently on the search for buying an apartment here to rent it out, and I'm searching exactly that areas like JVC, like the outer parts, like Town Square. And that are affordable parts. You can buy, you can rent for lower money, and fingers crossed that these areas will emerge. So I'm a good hope for JVC. I think also Town Square will make pretty good. Currently there is a lot of stuff happening in Dubai South, which is currently outskirts of town. But after they start to develop the second Palm a bit south of the existing Palm Jumeirah, and opening DWC in full scale. It's open, but not at full scale. I think that area will see some demand as well. But currently they are pretty affordable. Also, you have to keep in mind that you have to pay diva deposits, that you have agency commission when you rent something through an agency. They usually take, I think, 5%. And the most important part are the chiller fees. So there are apartments that are chiller free. That means you don't have to pay for the chiller costs. It's included in your rent, but there are also apartments where you have to pay for the chiller, or that have electrical AC, so then you pay through your Diva account. You have to take this in consideration. And if you have this in consideration, you can make a good estimate between something high-end luxury and something more affordable, but still really nice areas. So I was watching something in JVC. They had also marble floors, they had a parking, they had security at the entrance. They had a nice pool with a kids pool and a playground and a park. Everything is set in a park. So also really nice apartments, but only half of the stuff I saw, for example, at Blue Waters. And this is something you have to consider. Also, a big portion of transportation, of course, is transportation. So for sure, you can own your sports car, Lamborghini, a Porsche, whatever you name them. Yeah, I run out of ideas. You can have private drivers. You can take a Uber Black. This is all stuff that is available. I know a couple of guys here having their own private drivers. So the driver comes in the morning to their house, they pick them up, they drive them around the city, they drive them for dinner, and then dropping them back and go to their home. This is expensive for sure, but you can also own just a regular car like I do. So I have a Suburban. I drive the car myself, and I try to avoid the toll roads. So it's always better to take the toll road than a 20-minute detour for sure. But if you do proper planning, it's working. Also, when it comes to gas, there are a couple of people, or a lot of people, meanwhile, moving out to Sharjah and live in Sharjah because the rent is lower, but they pay the price on transportation because in the peak hours, there's heavy traffic between Dubai and Sharjah because people are commuting, and then they pay a fortune on fuel. So you have to make your due diligence when you make that. But if you do that properly, if you plan ahead, then you can go with a way lower budget. And there is even public transport around here. So you can take the metro, which is connecting the city along the Sheikh Zayed Road. It connects the malls, it connects the main areas of working. I know there is a parking garage at near Ibn Battuta Mall where you can park the car and then go straight in the city with the metro, which is a pretty convenient way to do so if you can skip a bit the peak hours, because in the peak hours every public transportation around this world is crowded. But it's still doable. And even in the metro, we have different parts. So we have the gold class, where you have to pay a surcharge, or you have the silver class, where you pay a very affordable ticket. I'm not sure about the prices. I have a card I just tapped, so I don't know the exact numbers, but it's pretty affordable. I think 6 dirham or something like that. But please don't hold me accountable for that. And you can get a rental car if you need. So I know people that live here without a car, which is, if you live a bit outskirt, tough. But you can live without and just take a Uber X, which is way cheaper than the Uber Black. Or you just, in case you want to do something out of the city, you want to visit a neighbor emirate or something, you just get a cheap rental. And they are available here. When it comes to fuel, the fuel price in all Emirates is regulated, so the fuel price is announced. So this is something you can skip, not like Europe where you have to go maybe 10 kilometers and pay 5 cents less or something. And the insurance costs are also overseeable because it's just a percentage of the car price, so no fancy logic like driver age and whatever. So it's more or less the price of the car, and then depend on the insurance company. Some give discounts for years you drive here in the UAE, and then they discount you on that. Let's speak about food and dining, because this is important. You know, if you hear the first episodes, the first 6 months I was living here without a kitchen, and I learned a lot about food here. And you can have fine dining at Burj Al Arab, at Atlantis brunches and whatever, but they are expensive. They are good, they are luxury. You're treated like a king there, but you pay the price for that. I personally, I'm not that far into fine dining, and I think sometimes when I see fine dining, I think they fine you for dining because you pay a high surcharge, and depending on the restaurants, so not Burj Al Arab or Atlantis, they are really luxury, but they are also luxury spots. They just pay or ask for a luxury price and serve you the standard food. So as I'm not that style of gourmet, I prefer the budget way here. So there are really nice local shawarma spots, cafeterias, or even supermarkets. So we have Spinneys around, and there's Carrefour, and they have some sort like a hot buffet, and you can choose whatever you like. They put it in a tray, and then you have a full meal for maybe 15 dirhams or maybe 20 dirhams. And there are even cheaper spots if you go a bit outside. Then this is even possible. I really like that way of dining, because there you get proper food for a reasonable price, and you can save a lot on the food and dining part, and it's still really tasteful food. And this is the most important stuff for me. It must be tasteful, it must be in some quality, and I don't like chewy meat or something like that. But at that supermarket, you get really, really nice stuff. Actually, I was yesterday evening, I got a half chicken at Spinny's and just put some fries in my air fryer, and that was a complete meal for maybe 25 dirhams or something. Also, when it comes to grocery shopping, you have Carrefour, you have Lulu, you have Spinny's. So they have different styles and different prices. And if you have do some trade-offs there, you have a proper planning, and you have that app that shows you all the offerings and sales, then you can really make a good price on that. You can put stuff in the refrigerator when it is on sale. So there you can budget as well. Pretty nice. Same counts for social life and entertainment. So I had a group of people here 1.5 years ago, and I told them, if you want to go to a beach, go to maybe Kite Beach, take the public way, or Al Safa Beach that was open at that time, was short before it closed. And they said, oh, you don't know how to live. We want to go to a beach club, and we want to do a yacht party. And yeah, you can do that, but you pay the price. A yacht party is about 600 dirhams an hour, minimum spend, usually between 6 or 8 hours. So you can run the numbers. I prefer the free beaches. I prefer to go there. Usually they have also amenities around, like toilets, like showers, like changing rooms, like some kind of street food. And you get sorted there. The only difference is you have to bring your own deck chair or bring your own towel and lay down on the beach. And I'm personally not willing to pay 200 dirhams for a deck chair with an umbrella. But again, it's open for everyone, so everyone can opt in for this or for that, and you're completely free to choose. And this is what makes the city unique. You can go on both budgets, on big spendings or on budget, and no one is judging you for that, and no one is trying to prevent you from doing the one and the other. It's just a personal choice. Let's cover shortly shopping and lifestyle. So yeah, you can go shopping for designers. There's Louis Vuitton, there's Hermes, there is Dior. They are all at Dubai Mall. They are at Mall of the Emirates. They are at the Galleria. So you can go there. No worries. I also have some kind of a sense for Ralph Lauren and the polo shirt with the bear. I get them there. But when it comes to daily stuff, you can go to the outlet malls. There is a nice outlet mall at Riverland. There is an outlet mall at a bit outside of the city. We have Dragon Mart, which is amazing when you try to furnish an apartment or something like that. So that's really good prices. You can negotiate. It's not branded, but it's still it's good quality. And even if you go to Ajman, for example, Ajman China Market, there you can get even better offerings and better prices, and they deliver to Dubai. I will try this when I go and bought my actually first apartment here. I need to furnish it because I want to rent it out as Airbnb, and I will try exactly this to get high quality, nice looking furniture for a reasonable price, because this is otherwise it's lowering my profit. Yeah, speaking about fitness, because this is a thing that people ask me as well. So you can have the high-end gyms with fancy personal trainers and whatnot. You can have them. They are in the malls, pretty nice located. I see people going into the gym, doing a 1-hour exercise, and then go to the steak place next to it and eat a proper 500-gram tomahawk steak. Oh, you can do that, no worries. But there's also most of the houses, of the apartment houses or of the villa communities, they have a public gym, and it's included in your rent. You just go there. They have machines like a treadmill, like something for weightlifting, and you name it. So this is available there. It's for free. It's included in your rent. You can use it. You don't have to pay for the high-end gyms. I know people go to the high-end gyms. Also, some of my colleagues do that because they say it's better machinery and whatever. I have no idea about that. I'm not into fitness. But I think for most of the people, the local gym is also working. And we have once a year we have the Dubai Fitness Challenge, where you can do free workouts around the city, where you can learn how to do exercises with things that are available, like your own weight, or like certain exercises, and it's for free. So you get educated for free once a year for 1 month, which is, I think, a pretty nice thing. And last but not least, this is also connected to my Instagram story on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday, travel and getaways. So what we do here, a lot of people in the summer do staycations, because hotels offer a very low price for the summer month, as people and tourists are usually not coming through the summer. So hotels are cheap, and if you're a resident there, a couple of hotels giving you discount with your Emirates ID, and you get discounted prices, so you can experience the 5-star resorts for affordable price. And you can, they keep their stuff busy, they keep their premise active, and I guess they still make money. What we also do, and what I now experience, which is nice, is doing staycations in other Emirates, like Ras Al Khaimah or Fujairah. This is what I had in my stories at the weekend. Happy to, please check out there. It's amazing here. You can go to the Love Lakes, you can do camping there, you can do desert camping. So there are a lot of options that are really for free. Also, when it comes to real trips, you can do a luxury trip to the Maldives, a weekend trip, 5-star resort there, flying there with Emirates. It's doable. Nevertheless, it's expensive. So you can go from Sharjah, maybe with Air Arabia, to Georgia or to Azerbaijan, which is also really, really nice. I saw pictures, I never was there, but this is my plan for the summer, to do some weekend vacations, escaping the heat here, and go to Georgia, to Azerbaijan, which looks, again, really, really nice on the pictures, and a colleague of mine recommended to go there. I will test it, I will share the stories on my Instagram, but I will also have an upcoming trip to the Maldives, because again, it's a trade-off. You have to make your decision here, and you can decide if you want to spend or if you want to save. I think the best way is somewhere in between. So treat yourself a bit for the hard work you're doing, but also save money to have something in the back pocket for rainy days. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. So with that, I spoke already 16 minutes 30, which is, again, very long, but I want to cover that, and I want to explain how this is working. And I hope that was helpful for you. I wish you a very nice week. Stay safe, and hear you soon.